Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I thought it would be fun to do a sketchbook tour of this sketchbook that I kept while shortly after I got out of college, and talk about some of the thoughts and things that it kind of brought up for me as I was looking through this. Alright, so here is the sketchbook in question. This is a sketchbook that I kept, it looks like mostly after I graduated from college. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. The first page here isn't terribly interesting. It is basically just the kind of cycle of nitrogen through life. I'm guessing that this was either something that I drew in high school science class or perhaps in college. Nothing terribly exciting there. So we'll just go ahead and move on. So this next one is this nice little dragon in a cave that I drew, it looks like in 1998. And this is what kind of, this and some other things is what kind of started me really thinking about kind of confidence in drawing. So I had the confidence to just go ahead and draw this, even though I hadn't really drawn dragons before. And that is something that I currently struggle with, is just having that confidence to just go ahead and try something. Or maybe it's just not caring about whether it worked or not, and knowing that, you know what, whatever is a piece of paper, I can try it. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. The next page here, I am going back and kind of critiquing the previous drawing, and nothing terribly like mean or negative to myself. It's just like, hey, you know, I didn't like how I drew some of the rocks. I had really obvious lines in the top. The scales were kind of too well defined. Things like that. Just looking at it and going, here are things that I could do better. And it's all very positive. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. It's just, here are some things that I would do differently, which is really great. It's a really great kind of way to look at it. Like I said, nothing terribly negative. But yeah, I had lots of confidence here. I didn't have a reference because the internet was really just starting to be a thing, so I was just kind of doing stuff from my brain. And here's this little demon face. Hopefully you guys can see that. No fear of drawing faces. I just went for it. It's kind of crazy to think that I had this confidence at one point and I lost it. And I'm not quite sure when that happens. I think it happens to a lot of people, that we lose our confidence. These are just some sandals from the top. I'm not sure why I was drawing sandals. Some dragon heads, trying to draw them from kind of head on. And they look kind of funky, but I was just going for it and trying it and went, that didn't work, and just moved on. And I didn't feel bad about it. Drawing some people from side profile, which if you've ever tried it is very difficult. This one actually turned out pretty good. Again, I'm very, very light with my pencil, and that is just something that I know that I tended to do, and I've gotten a lot better about that. I'm not sure what that is. Here's my interpretation of Mother Nature, and I drew a human body without like really having studied anatomy or anything, and not worrying about it, and just went for it. And went for it with colored pencil and everything. And honestly, her proportions aren't that bad. There's issues for sure, but overall, this isn't really that bad. I used to like to do these kind of random doodles, just like shapes like this. I don't really do them anymore. Here is a man. Not good. But I just went for it and was like, okay. I know that these were from reference. I think that I probably had a magazine or something. I like her. I think I used her face in another drawing that I have somewhere else. And some more random faces. And then I just had like these great ideas. Like I had lots of ideas at the time, because there's a couple more times where I have ideas written in here. So I wanted a princess trying on a dress and like looking in the mirror, and you could see that she didn't really like the dress. So I was trying out some different colors here because I was just going to go for it and go full color, do the whole thing. So here's kind of a quick thumbnail. And then on the next page, I'm like, okay, what about this? And started to draw the details on the mirror. And then I decided, no, how about this? How about she's further away? And I don't think I ever finished this. I don't have any evidence of having ever finished it, but I just went for it. Working on like, what would the braid look like? What does this design look like? Things like that. Just kind of working it out as I go. But it was kind of, like I said, it's kind of crazy to me that I don't remember ever hesitating and going, oh my gosh, that's too hard. I can't do that. I can't draw people. I can't draw faces. I just went for it. And I don't know when I lost that confidence. And I'm sure that that is something that a lot of kids have, is just the chutzpah in order to just go and try a thing. And I've been working for quite a while trying to get that chutzpah back and be able to just go for it. And like I said, I know that I had it at one point, so maybe that's going to help me get it back. This one, I really like some of the stuff on the next page. This is a witch over a cauldron, you know, the smoke rolling off, night woods, partial moon, basically underlit. And here's my first attempt at it, and at some point I kind of gave up on it. I'm looking back at it now, and these hands are teeny tiny. This hand is this big. It's like, yeah, it is. Those hands are way too small, but a lot of the stuff here is pretty good. I think the underlighting is good. I think that the face is not bad. The coloring isn't bad. Like, it's overall, it's not that bad of a try, and I might actually try to redraw this. Let me know if you want to see me redraw this at some point, but this is kind of fun. I'm not sure why there's two moons, but that's kind of fun. You know, got the smoke coming off the cauldron. I think this would be kind of fun to redo and like see if my skills have improved any since then. Here I am working on like what the hand would look like if she was kind of putting something into the cauldron, working on like what the background might look like and the stars, etc. Just working on lots of different things that were for this. Another random face, more ideas. And this is an ambitious idea for someone that was kind of at the skill level I was at the time. So I wanted this woman sitting in a doorway, looking forlorn, wearing a man's shirt, wearing little else, gossamer drapery blowing around her, looking over a wasted land or city, fires burning or barren land. Like, this is really detailed. Like, there's a lot of ideas here. I don't think I had the ability to do this then. I'm not sure that I have the ability to do this now, but like, I had these great ideas and I was more than willing to just give it a try. And it's kind of crazy to me that, like I said, I've lost that chutzpah, that confidence to actually just try the thing, just go for it, even though like I may fail. Because honestly, the cost of failure is very low, right? It's a little bit of time and a little bit of material. But there's a lot to be learned from trying it. Just another random face. Trying to draw a woman not understanding anatomy. I had never studied anatomy, so I was always just kind of drawing from reference and trying to make something. This is obviously not good at all, and I knew that. Pair of dragon wings, bat wings. Knowing myself it was meant to be dragon wings. Just random designs here, just trying different things out. I think this was probably thinking about what I wanted my headpiece to look like when I got married, because I did have something very much like this, and I had a hard time finding them, but I did find one. And then this is definitely after college. I don't remember when this was. This was a game some friends and I made. It was called Super Plug. The idea of it was that you were living in this apartment, and the guy that owned the apartment was just terrible and wouldn't come out and fix anything. And so your idea was that you were going to clog up your toilet so that they had to come out and do something and hopefully fix some of the other issues with your apartment. So you played cards against each other. You were trying to put stuff into your toilet and clog it up and trying to stop them from clogging their toilet. It's a dumb game. It was kind of fun. It was silly. But yeah, those were toilets for the front of the Super Plug game. We never actually published it. I mean, we made some copies of it, but never like officially published it. Looks like I was doing a skull study. Again, kind of notes to myself about like what I think I did wrong. This was another game idea that we had. We never actually went very far with it, but it was Anonymous Squirrel Warlords. That's as far as we got, was a name for it. And so I was trying out like what the front of the game would look like. And here is a pretty reasonable portrait. Again, little notes to myself about things that I thought I could do better. And that's the end of the sketchbook. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed flipping through this old sketchbook of mine and talking about confidence. If you did, please give it a like, think about subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!